Trust. Trust is a very, very delicate topic in the Christian walk with God, in the Christian walk with Papa. I think trust is like one of the greatest feats that any Christian could imbibe, because I remember listening to something by Apostle Selman. He said, "Who says trusting God is easy? If you trust God and you have not cried, then you're joking." Trusting God is a feat indeed. When you look at Job's experience, Job from the Bible, you see that Job actually trusted God. You know, he sacrificed, he did everything on his part for God. Yeah. And then he lost everything. He lost 8 children. He lost them. They died. Like, these were people who were already grown. Like, I can't imagine such despair. And then not just losing your family, those you love, then talking about your business, everything he had, everything that he lost, his respect, his honor. He was someone that people looked up to. And then everything was gone. The honor, every single thing. And yes, he had to ask for an umpire or a daysman that could judge between God. That could judge God, like, God, I did everything. Yes, you know, I did everything you said. I offered my sacrifices, and yet I lost everything. And maybe for us, okay, let me talk about myself. I remember when I lost my dad. I remember, I think the period before he died, I walked into the room where he was. I was always saying, "Daddy, you're well. Daddy, the life of God is in you." And then when I walked into the room that particular day, tears just rolled down my dad's eye. And then mine too, I was just crying. And then I didn't even have the courage to say, "You're well." And yes, he died. But when you look at the premise, before everything that happened to Job happened, you see, God was bragging about Job. He was talking about, "Oh, have you sinned?" He was bragging about him. And then at that point, I realized that trust is our own language of love to the Father, to Papa. It is us saying, irrespective of what you do for me, irrespective of what you give me, irrespective of what I have, I still love you. I'll still go all the mile for you. I'll still do for you. Because yeah, Papa he went out, even before we first met him, even before we first know him or everything he had done for us, he went the extra mile without our input. And then trust is us saying, you know what? It doesn't matter what I see. It doesn't matter what I face. It doesn't matter if it works out or not. Trust is our language of love. Is our own language of love.